Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be checking out the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G. So the most popular series of Redmi, the Redmi Note series, has finally made its entry again with the latest installment of the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G. The Note series has some of the best value phones in this section, the mid-range section, and we have seen phones like Redmi Note 9 Pro, Redmi Note 10 Pro, each better than the previous ones, awesome phones. But this year we get the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G, and the question is this an upgrade compared to the previous generations of Redmi Notes? Yes, in terms of the display, the overall build quality and the looks and the design, the Redmi Note 11 Pro is the obvious superior. But in terms of the camera, it is a bit complicated. Yes, we have the 108 megapixel sensor, which is amazing for the photos by the way, but does it hold up the expectations for the videos as well? That we have to find out. But before that, let's check out what we get in the box. The box is simple as usual, and inside we have some paperwork and we get a transparent case. After that, we have the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G itself sitting there. We get a 67 watt fast charging adapter and a USB-C cable. That's all in the box, and let's get back to the phone. As soon as you hold it in your hands, you will feel that the phone is a bit bulky and a little bit heavy. It's about 202 grams. Not the slimmest phone you will ever hold, but definitely feels premium because of the flat sides and the back. The back is matte and it is glass, and I really like it because first of all, I like matte, and second, it does not carry a lot of fingerprints. The camera module has a bump, a double layer of bump actually, but it looks great in my opinion. We have three lenses, 108 megapixel primary camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide and 2 megapixel macro. Overall, the back looks sleek and modern. Left side of the phone is completely empty. On the right, we get the power button, aka the fingerprint scanner. And we also have the volume rockers. The fingerprint scanner is quick and it works as usual, but I always wish for an in-display fingerprint scanner. I don't know when Xiaomi is going to do that, but yeah, this works well too. At the bottom, we have the speakers, the microphone, USB-C port and a SIM card slot, which is a hybrid slot, so you can either put two SIMs or one SIM and a memory card. At the top, we have another speaker, a headphone jack, which is a huge plus, another microphone and the OG IR blaster. For the display, we have 6.67 inch Full HD plus AMOLED dot display. Love the dot by the way, it's very small and you'll barely notice it once you get used to it. The colors are great. We have DCI-P3 white color gamut and a very good brightness level, I'll say. 700 nits to 1200 nits, which should be fairly enough to view the display in outdoors. We have 120Hz and yeah, it's smooth. Just makes this budget phone a lot more premium. Overall, the display is probably one of the best features of the Redmi Note 11 Pro. It doesn't disappoint at all. Now speaking of upgrades, the audio in the Redmi Note 11 Pro do not disappoint at all too. We have dual stereo speakers on the top and the bottom. It is loud and we also have a lot of clarity in the sound. It doesn't distort even at the highest volume. We also have Dolby Atmos, so it really makes a big difference. Let me try to show you the difference when we turn the Dolby Atmos on versus when we turn it off. Now, those were all external features. We have great audio, excellent display and very great modern and stylish looks. But I think software plays a very important role too. So what do we get inside this beautiful box of glass and metal? We get MIUI 13 right out of the box, but we are still running Android 11. This is the 8GB RAM version and plus 3GB additional RAM. Now this is something new. Apparently now you can use your internal storage as extra RAM when you need it. This is very flattering, but you also have the option to turn this feature off or keep it on to flex those extra RAM. For the chipset, we have Snapdragon 695. Now by the name, you might think that 695 is a less superior processor compared to the previous Snapdragon 720G or 732G. I thought the same too, but Snapdragon 695 is a much more advanced processor. I ran an Antutu benchmark test and got a score of 388,540. Now compare that to the score of Redmi Note 10 Pro, which runs the Snapdragon 732G. The difference is huge, so definitely Snapdragon 695 is an upgrade in the CPU and you don't have to worry about it. Now it looks great on the paper, but does it perform the same practically? In my experience, I did not feel any lapse in the performance. PUBG can be played in HD setting with high frame rate, and if we put the graphics on balance, we can play on ultra frame rate. I did not face any lag and gaming was overall very smooth.
Expired. Nice shot. Target down. Cover me. Great. You're about to win.
The red team.
Now it's time that we talk about the camera. 108 megapixel, right? Lot of expectations, and yes, it does hold up to the expectations. Pictures are really nice. They come out really good. The colors are balanced. Yeah, they are not oversaturated or over sharpened. Looks natural and just good. 108 megapixel does capture a lot of detail, and even if you zoom in, you don't lose a lot of detail. We have two more lenses, the ultra wide and the macro camera. The ultra wide does what it says, clicks wide pictures, although expect a dip in quality as it's only 8 megapixel. So we also have a dedicated macro lens, and when I want to shoot macro, I always go to the Pro mode because we have more controls. So as usual, I went to the Pro mode and selected my lens, and I found out there was no macro option. There was just ultra wide and wide, and there was no macro. So I was really confused, and I thought that Xiaomi gave us the macro lens but forgot to give us the option to shoot in macro. But turns out that you cannot shoot in macro in the Pro mode. You have to shoot it in auto mode. That is, you have to just go to the photo and then click on the three lines and click on super macro, and then yeah, you have to shoot in the auto mode. It will give us the same results, but you won't have as much control as you would have in the Pro mode. These are some macro shots that I took, although only 2 megapixel, but it still does a pretty decent job in capturing some good macro shots. Now the camera UI is just like every Xiaomi phone, really well organized, settings in their place, and we also of course have the Pro mode for both photos and videos. We have some more extra features here which you can use to shoot different kind of pictures like night mode, long exposure, or a time-lapse video. Now remember, I said that the camera is a bit complicated if we think of it as an upgrade from the previous generations of Redmi Note series. And why is that? We have 108 megapixel, great, right? Great for the photos, great image processing, and definitely an upgrade from the previous generation. But what about the video? Well, for the video, all we get is this. We get a maximum of 1080p 30 fps, and that's it. I really wished if we had 4K in this device, but 1080p 30 fps is all we get, and this might be a deal breaker for a lot of people who are video centric and wants to shoot a lot of videos. But even though with 1080p 30 fps we get a very decent video in good lighting, it just does the job. Now the front camera is 16 megapixels and we get a decent picture quality. I love the colors in the selfie and it's just pleasing to the eyes. It also doesn't oversaturate the colors. And about the front camera video quality, you can check it out for yourself. It can record up to 1080p 30 fps.
Very windy right now, and check out the video quality. So I'm just gonna walk and you guys can see like it's really cropped in, so you just, you can't see a lot of the background. Tell me how the audio is. So yeah, you guys judge it, the audio and the video quality.
The battery is quite impressive, 5000 mAh battery backup. It can easily last a day with light gaming and moderate uses. Also, we get this 67 watt turbo charger, so charging is fast, and in my experience it can fully charge in about an hour. This 5G version of the Redmi Note 11 Pro is launched globally for about $379. This is the highest spec model. There is 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. We have other variants as well for the Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G. There is 6GB 64GB variant which comes for about $329, and another variant is 6GB 128GB storage which comes for about $349. Obviously, if you don't want the 5G version, you can get the Redmi Note 11 Pro without the 5G for as low as $299 for the 6GB 64GB variant. Overall, the Redmi Note 11 Pro is a really great phone for people who are not video centric and more like photo centric and wants an overall good package of the phone. We have got great display, great audio, and the overall design looks really modern, sleek and stylish. And we also have a very good battery backup too. So that was Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G for you. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you think this video was helpful. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content from my channel. And I will see you in the next one.